this now. A Durban man has been arrested for selling fraudulent medical certificates. He was operating from an internet cafe in KwaMashu, selling them for 150 rand each. Well, the Health Professionals Council worked with Metro Police to make this particular arrest. So let's discuss this now with Donald Gumede, Dr. Donald Gumede, that from the National Healthcare Professionals Association. Doc, thank you for your time. And good morning to you. I mean, your reaction to this particular arrest. First of all, are you even shocked? Is this a prevalent problem that you encounter within the healthcare profession?
Good morning, Tumela. It's actually bad that in our profession or get entangled in such scandals, because not even be part of it, because we were the custodian of our society, actually responsible. He said that this is a
Oh, Doc, we seem to be losing you there,
actually
unfortunately.
Medical fraternity.
I'm sorry,
Like
Doc, we seem to be losing you there. But can you
said,
just repeat your point, please, Doc? I'm so sorry about this. We seem to be losing you there.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was saying it's so bad that it's prevalent in our profession, because in true profession, it's a custodian of the health wellness of our society.
And I mean, earlier on, when
that actually we have to have fraudulent.
Dr. Gumede, I seem to be losing you, but let me try again. Just to your point about you acknowledging that it is a problem within the profession. I mean, with this particular incident and story and arrest in KwaMashu, it seems that this is a man who's operating from an internet cafe, who's using another doctor's credentials to provide these fraudulent medical certificates. Now, are doctors also involved, practitioners who are registered with the Healthcare Professionals Association, handing out fraudulent medical certificates? Is it only isolated cases where it's someone in an internet cafe, or also your professionals who are obviously licensed to operate, who have a code of ethics to abide by, also conducting these fraudulent crimes?
Yeah, first and foremost, maybe let's go to the Health Council and find out what the role of the Health Council is: to regulate the registered healthcare professionals. And now it becomes problematic when unregistered people are able to write. So actually, it's a very big problem, because we do have rogue doctors as well, who actually even offers those kind of probabilistic notes to patients, which is actually unlawful and prosecuted as well.
Right. So what are you doing about this in terms of making sure that you clean up fast, you clean shop fast? Those who are found to be guilty are held accountable, that this is prevented as well. And there's a strong message sent to professionals and those who are non-professionals not to conduct this fraudulent activity.
The Health Council in particular, that is responsible for actually verifying the qualifications of medical practitioners. That's one step. The other step is for the community to be alert. I mean, really, you can't have a consultation of 150 rand, let's be honest, which is actually medically sound. So our community as well, they must be vigilant. If something is too cheap, you must actually ask yourself, is it authentic or not? Because, I mean, a normal consultation, it ranges around 500 rand. I mean, 150 rand for those medical certificates. I mean, that's a blur view that is fraudulent. And besides, bogus means you are not something. So meaning these guys are not even doctors. They're just scammers.
Right.
Who are scamming our community. And they actually belong in jail, because even the Health Council itself, it cannot prosecute them. That's the sad part, because they are not registered. The Health Council can only prosecute registered medical practitioners. That's a statutory body that was created by a government to guide the healthcare profession in ethics and professional conduct. Now, without the registration, those guys, they fall out of the Health Council. They become criminals.
Yeah.
So they just need to be prosecuted and put in jail. And I mean, if someone steal my credentials, I might not know, because I'm in Centurion, Pretoria. Someone may use them in Polokwane or Mpumalanga or anywhere. But I mean, we ask the community to help us as well as healthcare professionals to be vigilant, to be able to recognize or ask even for our qualifications, because it's a law. In my letterhead, I must have my registration from the council. I must have my registration from the medical institute, BHF. I must also have, all the addresses which are needed, and they must be placed there in the institution where I qualified from.
Right.
So if those things are not there, patients must be vigilant and then report that to the police as soon as possible.
As we're having this conversation, Doc, I'm also thinking about employers, because, I mean, oftentimes sick notes are provided to employers by employees, and they may also be acquired fraudulently. How do you then advise employers to verify and check that this indeed is a legit medical certificate?
Yes, the human resource department, actually, of all the institutions must be vigilant. If you suspect as well as an employer that this person is always absent, it's upon your right to phone the medical practitioner and inquire about it, because even ourselves, you find that a person comes to me today and then tomorrow he goes to another doctor, busy accumulating those sick notes, which are wrong. And that brings our profession into disrepute. But we were not part of the whole scam that the employee has actually started. So it is important and imperative that our employers as well, they take a step to say, hang on, let me verify this sick note from whether, and they can even ask you whether you are registered a medical practitioner. It's a shame, because if you are qualified, be ashamed of your qualifications to hand them out to other people.
Indeed. Well, I appreciate you speaking to us about this, and it's quite a clear message, Doc, that this is not only unprofessional but unlawful. And indeed, you could run the risk of losing your license if you are a healthcare professional caught in any fraudulent activity. But also, the law has to take, a stance, in terms of those who are not medical practitioners still conducting these fraudulent activities. And I appreciate you speaking to me about this. The National Healthcare Professionals Association Chair, Dr. Donald Gumede, thank you for your time.